you know, when COVID, if COVID ever goes away and we're able to, I don't know. Good morning. Oh, look at that, another studio vlog. So soon? No, I think I am. I'm visual artist Brianne and welcome back to another studio vlog. So today I'm actually going to work a little bit in my sketchbook. So I'm trying to fill out the sketchbook and, you know, get some really good. I have a lot of stuff in here already. Most of the stuff in here I actually prints that I have available, but I'm going to work in this bad boy today. My favorite sketchbook of all time, well, paper I guess if you want to say, is the Render no show-through paper. This here is this, just in sketchbook form, same paper. I primarily use Copic markers as well as Prismacolor markers for most of my illustrations, so this is amazing. Okay, backwards. Okay. However, I decided to finally dive into watercolor. Watercolor is scary for me. I love the way watercolor looks. I primarily want to use watercolor for like backgrounds and some landscape pieces that I have lined up that I want to do. I do have some watercolor here. These are the Koi. The Koi watercolor. I really do want to try these out. I actually got these from the company themselves. Here's Sakura. I think that's how you pronounce it. They gave these to me. Sakura actually makes the pens that I use, the micron pens. And they sent me all this stuff. They sent me a bunch of micron pens, a bunch of the Jelly Roll glitter pens. I actually did an Instagram takeover for them, so I drew 7 illustrations and I actually posted it on their Instagram. So it was like a little takeover thing. So as a thank you for doing that, they sent me all these products. They asked me specifically what did I want to try out. Give me watercolors because I'm going to dive into watercolors and stop being so damn scared of watercolors. So I'm probably gonna try and do that today. I'm not sure yet. I actually have the Strathmore mixed media paper. I have a bunch of Strathmore sketchbooks. Strathmore is another company that sent me a lot, sent me a bunch of stuff. My Instagram is lit. Y'all gotta follow me on Instagram. They'll reach out to me and say, hey, do you wanna try our notebooks? And I was like, or sketchbooks, I'm sorry. And I said, hell yeah. So they sent me about 6 sketchbooks. And the mixed media is really good paper. So I'm actually gonna use these to practice my watercolors. I actually took a couple of sheets out and I cut them in all these little pieces. So they're nice and small and I'm going to use them to practice, and if it's really pretty I'm just going to tape it right into my sketchbook. I need to do orders. However, yesterday I was in the middle of doing orders and I got the little warning sign like, hey, you know, your ink ran out, one of the colors ran out. And I was like, no big deal. They run out all the time. I had plenty of ink, who cares? So I went down into my box of inks and the one color that ran out, I could not find it. I'm like, that's odd. Always have ink. Like I never run out of ink. Not that often. I'm not gonna say never. I don't run out of ink often. I always have it on hand. And that one color, I think it's called Photo Magenta. I didn't have one in that entire box of tons of ink, not one photo magenta in there. So I had to order a whole box of ink. So that should be coming today in the mail. I ordered the ink, and thankfully it was an option for it to get to the next day and not 2 days out. So the scarf, I found the scarf. That's one thing about moving. You find stuff that you haven't seen in a really long time. You know, the fall is coming. Cute. When it gets really cold outside, I put my leather jacket on. Oh. Yeah, I don't know if it was like in the chaos and the hustle and bustle of moving, somehow I missed that I needed to re-up on ink. I'm not sure. Either way, the ink will be here today. So tonight, I'm going to start packing orders again. But in the meantime, because I am a full-time artist and I have to do something in regards to I have to do something. I can't just sit around and do nothing. I'm going to be working on my sketchbook today. Probably going to get into the watercolors. Actually designed a new sticker. I'm supposed to be designing a couple new stickers actually, but I did manage to get one design done, and I'm going to be working on a couple commissions. But yeah.
LAX, my mics get checked. Coast to coast, I rock it most times, no sweat. Be the you, get what we do, and never forget. Now's the time, fall out of line and take your first step. Feet, 5, 4, fun. I smell hip hop and I want some. And I spy with my little eye. 2 turntables, spin a record so fly. Fly like an eagle or soar like a pigeon. Lay it on thick, could give you just a smidgen. A little devil do you, all you have to do is listen. Music be the movement, everybody on a mission.
I always buy these packs of iPhone chargers. I like to have a lot of them. These are long. Look how long it is. I think I'm gonna switch this one and put this one in my bedroom, but this base here, I don't know what you call it, base, a block, whatever. I lost this during the move. I need this for my iPad because like a regular iPhone base, try and charge your iPad with it, it'll take like a couple of hours for it to charge, at least mine anyway. So I had to buy another one of these for my iPad, but yeah. So I just got a shipment come in of my envelopes. These are all the size rigid envelopes that I use. The one that runs out the most is that one here. That's my rigid envelopes for my 11 by 14 art prints. But yeah, I'm really like been researching a lot on YouTube in regards to like better ways to ship and to use less products and to use less plastic. I'm really trying to research. I'm trying my best. It's like new territory for me. Right now these rigid mailers, they work good for me. But as you can see, look, my studio is just a mess. Like this little space, like I cannot wait to get my real studio. Like it's just so much. hate the year 2020. I don't even like saying that. Alright, so I actually just wanted to do like a quick little Q&A. There are a few questions that I get often over on my Instagram. Sometimes I can get to them and answer them, and sometimes I'll miss them. Question number 1, do you do art full-time? So I am a full-time artist, so I'm probably going to go into more detail on how I maintain my life and my lifestyle as a full-time artist. I'm probably going to do that a little separately, but yes, I am a full-time artist. I recently became a full-time artist I want to say just back in May, May or June. It might have been May. Just in May or June, I can't remember which month it was. I had a full-time job still, all the way up until just a few months ago. I was, working customer service, over the phone type stuff. That's what I always did. And one day I just realized like I was making enough money in my artwork to like cover my basic necessities, paying my bills, and taking care of my 2 daughters. I have 2 daughters, so why am I slaving at a 9-to-5 job and trying to do my art and run my art business at the same time and be a mother? It was just a lot going on. So I'm like, am I going to do this 9-to-5, or am I going to dive headfirst full-time into my art? And of course, naturally, I'm going to choose my art because that's my passion. A 9-to-5 is just a 9-to-5 for me anyway. Art is my passion. I just decided I'm going to take this opportunity and really just go in there, put all my faith into this, and I think I can do this. And so far, it's been pretty damn good, and I'm thankful that I'm able to do that. But like I said, I'm probably going to do a separate video one day on like the mechanics of it and how I maintain this life. Question 2, I always get, do you use references? Do you use references? I use references as far as like body positioning, if that makes sense. Like if I want a girl standing like this, something like that. I can't really remember how to like draw that just by memory. I have to use a reference. So I do use references in regards to body positions. There's actually a website that I use a lot. It's called lineofaction.com. I believe I'll put it up here somewhere, but I use that website a lot. It's specifically for illustrators and it's for figure drawing. So I think they have animals on there as well. But yeah, it's for figure drawing, and so you can get all your proportions right. So yes, I do use references in regards to that. However, I don't draw people. Even though I draw people, I don't, like for this one, I referenced a picture of a girl sitting with a vase in her hand. This one. But this face, if I can get it in the camera, it's not focusing. This face is my face, and what I mean by my face is it's out of my imagination. I don't actually draw people. Like I can't look at a person and then like draw them to a T. Like I'm not a realist type of artist. All my girls' faces and guys, I draw guys sometimes too, they all pretty much kind of look the same because that's out of my head. So I don't draw, I can't like look at a picture of a celebrity and say I'm gonna draw Tupac, or I'm gonna draw, Whitney Houston or whoever. I can't do that. I probably could if I tried really hard, but that's not the type of artist I am. So I reference body positions, but I don't reference actual faces. That's all out of here. Question 3, do you sell PNG or JPEG images, like vector images? On my stickers, postcards, greeting cards, all of those images, all that artwork is done on an iPad. The reason I do that is because I just think digital art is a little better for merchandise, even though it doesn't really have to be. It can be traditional art as well. However, when people ask me, do you sell them for PNG, JPEG, or vector images, that usually means that they want my image to put on their merchandise. For example, they have like a tote bag business, or they want to put it on book bags, or I get a lot of questions from people who start stationery businesses, like their cards and whatever the case. That's what they want my image for. They want me to sell them my image to put on their merchandise. The answer probably will always be no. I get that question a lot actually. So somebody come to me and say, hey, is your image is vector or whatever? That means they want my image for their stuff. And no. I'm not trying to be mean or nothing, but I'm very stingy when it comes to my art. There's products and merchandise that I myself are going to be selling if I'm not already selling it. You know, I'm already selling greeting cards and postcards, and then people come and ask me, can I use your images for my greeting cards and my postcards? That doesn't make any sense to me. So it's going to be like a bunch of different companies making the same stuff with the same artwork on it. That doesn't make sense. So if there's going to be greeting cards floating around with my art on it, it's going to be directly from me. Now, if something really speaks to me and something I really like something, I might consider doing that one day. That day just hasn't happened yet. So my images are never for sale for other people's like merchandise and stuff like that. It's just not going to happen. Question number 4, do you make your own prints? I certainly do. I make everything at home. I make my own prints, I make my own stickers, I make my own greeting cards, my own postcards. The only thing I don't know how to do is notebooks. I haven't figured that out. I probably never will. I'll probably outsource something like that when I do start making like real notebooks. I still haven't made a calendar. Like literally every year for the past year, people ask me, are you coming out with a calendar? I'm like, yeah, one day. I don't even know how to get a decent calendar printed. I don't know what kind of printing company to use. I just haven't explored that territory yet, but I will make a calendar. Also t-shirts with my artwork, tote bags, things of that nature, like in the apparel department. All of that stuff I will be outsourcing and having someone else do that for me. I just haven't done the research yet. I'm just procrastinating on that, but I'll get to that. But yes, as far as my prints, stickers, postcards, greeting cards, make all that stuff myself here at home with my Canon printer, my Canon Pixel Pro printer, and my Cricut machine. Oh yeah. Question number 5, do you give classes or tutorials? I will be doing tutorials right here on this YouTube channel. Probably gonna start really soon actually. I'm not a professional artist by any means. The last time I took an art class was in the 10th grade when I was in high school. Honestly, I don't have any formal education in art, so as far as me doing like tutorials, that can get kind of scary, but I can teach what I know. Classes, I plan on doing classes as well. I would like to do classes in person. There's a lot of things I want to do in person because it's more to this than just social media. Like, you want to branch out and do things outside of social media. You know, when if COVID ever goes away and we're able to, I don't know, like we can still do stuff now as long as you just masked up and you're doing social distancing. Things are starting to happen again, which is good. So yeah, as far as classes, I would like to do that in person, especially kids and young adults is, you know, my area. Last question, do you offer canvas prints? I was getting that question a lot, and I didn't offer canvas prints for a long time. Recently, a great company called iCanvas, they actually reached out to me and they asked me about licensing and getting my artwork printed on canvases that they produce. So I was like, yes. I noticed that a lot of big time artists was licensed through iCanvas as well, and it looked like it was a great company, a trusted company. So I was like, yeah, you know, I think I'm gonna do that. So now I do offer canvas prints, so big canvas pieces of my work you can find right on their website. I'm actually going to put a link in my description. It takes you right to my iCanvas profile with all the artwork that I have available for canvases. I know I was vlogging yesterday and I mentioned that I was actually going to be doing my testing out my watercolor. I didn't even do that. Like, I didn't even do that. I'm probably going to do that in the next vlog. But I'm going to end the vlog here though. So, you know, I think this vlog is probably 15 minutes, might even be longer now, I'm not sure. But I'm going to end it here. But I promise the next vlog, I'm going to be using my watercolor. I know, I didn't even get to it. I never even got to it yesterday. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. Peace.